Good morning and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, very good morning to all our viewers and welcome to Prime Time Sunrise, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst Center here in Colombo. I'm Joel Outskoon. We start off with a look at this morning's headline-making stories. Chief Prelate of the Askiri Chapter, Most Venerable Udugama Sri Buddha Rakatithera passes away. Measures to bring the Sri Lankan employees who evacuated from Yemen amid air strikes back to the island today. A group involved in several crimes including murders arrested in Vattala. A special transport service in effect from today in view of the festive season. And on to these stories in detail. The Chief Prelate of the Askiri Chapter, Most Venerable Udugama Sri Buddha Rakatithera has passed away. The Most Venerable Thera passed away while receiving treatment at the Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore. According to the Devarini Nilame Pradeep Nilangadala, the Most Venerable Thero had been receiving treatment at the hospital for over a month. The Askiri Chapter Chief Prelate was 85 years old at the time of his death. The Foreign Employment Bureau says that measures are underway to bring the group of Sri Lankans who reached Djibouti via a Chinese vessel from Yemen to Sri Lanka today. Deputy General Manager of the Bureau, Mangala Randini, said that necessary financial allocations have been made for this purpose.
The
Foreign Employment Bureau and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs are taking all necessary measures to bring these Sri Lankans back to the island. The Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Foreign Employment held a special discussion in this regard. Accordingly, the Foreign Employment Bureau was given permission to use up to 5 million rupees to cover costs in bringing back the Sri Lankan employees. These individuals will be arriving in the island via Qatar Airways. All activities are coordinated by the Sri Lankan Embassy in Kenya.
Now, as mentioned on our headlines this morning, the Transport Authority has taken steps to provide special transport services for passengers who wish to travel to their hometowns in view of the festive season. Deputy Manager of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Rajakuna Telaka, noted that this special bus service continues until the 16th of this month. Meanwhile, the National Transport Commission noted that special transport services will be provided for passengers together with private buses as well.
A special transport service will be provided to passengers in view of the festive season. This bus service will be provided to passengers who wish to travel outstation from Colombo Central and will travel to areas till the 16th of this month. From the 16th to the 21st, a special bus service will be available for those who wish to travel back to Colombo. Apart from the buses that will be travelling according to a schedule, 3,842 buses will be used to provide this service. For example, if a passenger wishes to travel 10 to 15 kilometers away from the Kandy town, then the Transport Authority will provide this bus service to passengers as well as per their request. We have erected special information centres in relevant bus halls that is open for 24 hours in order to assist passengers.
Meanwhile, a special program to inform consumers on how to avoid being duped by traders will commence today. Director of the Consumer Affairs Authority, Chandrika Tilakaratne, stated that certain vendors use various methods in order to mislead customers during the festive season. She stated that this program will be carried out in all provinces in the island. Meanwhile, raids will also be carried out to apprehend consumers who violate consumer laws.
We have printed hand leaflets in Sinhala, English and Tamil in view of this program. Through this, we will be providing various information to consumers as to how they can be cautious when purchasing goods for the festive season and the importance of purchasing items in credible places, as well as obtaining a receipt after each purchase. Consumers must also remember to always request for a guarantee period when buying electrical appliances. The leaflet contains information as to how they can lodge a complaint with the CAA as well. The program will commence from the Consumers Affairs Authority as well as in private bus halls, Bastion Mawata and railway stations through mobile service.
A motor accident occurred yesterday along the southern expressway between Pinadura and Imadura.
The vehicle travelling from Martha to Gaul had skidded off the road in the Akmeeman area. 2 persons travelling in the vehicle had sustained injuries in the accident, while the safety fence of the Southern Expressway was also damaged. Meanwhile, a school bus was damaged when 2 iron rods fell onto the bus from a construction site in the Velavati area. The iron rods had fallen onto the school bus while the rods were being moved by a machine used to lift iron rods. No passengers were inside the bus at the time of the incident.
Now, a group of thugs accused of several murders and criminal activities have been arrested in Wattala. Police say that the arrest was made when they had arrived in the area in a van. During the arrest, the police had also confiscated a 3-wheeler used by the thugs. The suspects are being questioned on detention orders. People who were found dead in a hotel room in Velavati recently is yet to be ascertained. Police media spokesperson ASP Ruwan Gunasekara stated that the post-mortem examination was carried out at the Kalabogla Teaching Hospital. Gunasekara noted that the post-mortem examination report had not fully ascertained the cause of the death. He added that the deceased woman of Indian nationality was pregnant at the time of her demise. Meanwhile, the bodies of the victims is being sent to the government analyst for further investigations. Extensive investigations have been launched to find out the brokers through whom the mother of the 6-month-old infant who died after being attacked in the Karwalagasbavi area in Shilau had gone abroad. According to the Deputy General Manager of the Foreign Employment Bureau, Mangala Randhaniya, investigations have been launched by the Special Investigations Unit at the Bureau. He further added that the woman had been abroad without getting registered with the Bureau.
The father and the aunt of the deceased infant have been taken into custody over the killing. According to police media spokesperson ASP Ruwan Gunasekara, the post-mortem examination has proved that the infant had died after being assaulted. The father and the aunt were remanded subsequent to being produced before courts yesterday. According to the police, the infant was under the care of the father and the aunt, as the mother of the infant was serving as a maid in a foreign country. Meanwhile, last evening, a body of an infant was found floating in a canal at the Kuliapitiya Gayala area. Investigations have commenced into the incident.
A new building was declared open at the primary section of the Royal College, Colombo yesterday. The building was built with funds donated by the old boys of the college.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and Minister of Education Akhila Viraj Karyavasam attended the function. There are over 10,000 schools in the country, and you are aware that there are close to 500 schools even without one toilet. There are 2,000 schools without clean drinking water. There are 4,000 schools without primary laboratories. Recently, I met the principal who obtained the highest marks at the principal grading exam. She said she is one with the highest marks, but she did not get a position, while those who failed the exam have got positions. The appointment of the principals were made according to political list. Another principal told me that he had to pay money to the ministry to get a posting as a principal in a school. In the recent past, thousands of children from preschools such as Carlton preschools were admitted to popular schools. We stayed without fear that students were admitted to schools from the list from the presidential residence. In certain provinces, the chief minister decided about 15 students who should be admitted to a class of 40. On certain occasions, it had been the chief minister who has decided who should be admitted to all classes of the school.
But we also must remember, while you have made great contributions to these buildings for sports, that education is changing. And education, we have to utilize technology for education. We have to upgrade our laboratories. We must ensure there are good books in our libraries. And more than any else, either computers or tabs to be used by the students. Now we have to provide them.
With all the stories making global and local headlines, it's time for us to wrap up Primetime Sunrise. Thank you for joining us for the Newsfirst team. I'm Joel Outskin. Have yourself a great day ahead.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.